Alright, welcome back to class. The other time we looked at sets, and now we're looking at Venn diagram. Now that Venn diagram, we look at these three subtopics: number Venn diagram shading, and problem involving 2 and 3 subsets. Okay, so we're going to look at this under number Venn diagram, and we have P to contain this, Q to contain this, and R to contain this. Now, first of all, before you start solving, you need to know that the element of P are everything within this circle. Everything within this circle. So let me help you. If for us to know the element of P, you draw the diagram of P. Now write everything inside this circle, which is A, B, E, G, K, N. All these are the elements in P. For Q, everything within the circle is element of Q. F, E, G, M, and D. Everything in Q. While for R, everything in R is E, G, M, D, K, N, S, R, T. Okay? So what I've done is just write out everything within the circle. This circle belongs to P, so everything there. This circle here belongs to Q, so everything there. And this circle here belongs to R, so everything there. Now, so from here we can start. Now, P union Q. If you want to write out the element of P union Q means, don't forget the other time I said union is everything. So union Q means everything that you can see within the circle of P and Q. So I've made it very easy for us. All we just write out everything here. So that means that the element will be A, E, G, B, K, N, F, E, G, M, and D. So everything here, that's union. Now we have P union Q prime. P union Q prime. Don't forget the other class I said that when you're doing prime. Prime means you're going to remove everything in that element from the universal. So since you have P union Q prime, what does that mean? We're going to remove everything written here under P union Q from everything here. Then we write down the minimum. So and if we go by that, since this is a Q circle and this is a P circle, the only thing that is not in the union is SRT and WQR. So that will be our answer. SRT WQC. Again, for you to know prime, you remove everything and the remaining one is what you use for your prime. Okay, everything and the remaining one will be what you use for your prime. Hence, I'm removing everything here from my universal and writing the remaining one. So that's what I've done here. So I also have P intersection Q prime. Now let me say this. Ideally, if not maybe I have P union Q, I have to first solve P union Q before the intersection. But because I have the already, that's what I've done. I just went to this directly. However, for this, we're going to do it differently. So the first step for us to do here is to find what is P intersection Q first. What is P intersection Q? What does that mean? What do P and Q have in common? Now, coming back to the diagram, remember this is circle of P and this is circle of Q. What do they have in common? This is it. Because both of them share EG in common. So EG. That's P intersection Q. But that's not what we want. What we want to get is P intersection Q prime. So P intersection Q prime will now be what? Everything outside EG. So if I remove EG, I'm going to write every other thing outside EG. So that means I'm going to write A, B, K, N, M, D, F, S, R, T, W, Q, C. So that is P intersection Q prime. Now, the next one is P prime. P prime. How do I solve P prime? I told you before that anything you are looking for prime or complement, you remove that element and write out the remaining. So if I remove everything in P, what is remaining? F, M, D, S, R, T, W, Q, and C. That's P prime. Then R prime will be, if I remove all the elements of R, what is remaining? So I have F, A, B, W, Q, and C. So that is that regarding number. So when you see something like this, that's the way to go by it in solving it, okay? So now we are going to look at Venn diagram shading. But for Venn diagram shading, we shade, we don't write out. Now, this is a bit typical Venn diagram shading. I have my A, I have my B, then here is my universal. Okay, you must write this while you are shading. Now, if I want to shade A, for example, I'll just shade A. All this, everything inside A. Don't forget from the last, previous class, A is everything inside this circle. Even though it's going to share part of B, that is A. If I want to draw it, so I've drawn A. If I want to draw B, B means that I'm going to shade everything in B. A, B. Even though it's share part of A, this is B. Okay, I've drawn B. Now this is just two subsets because I have 1 and 2. If it's 3 subsets, then I'm going to have this. I'm going to draw 3 circles if it's 3 subsets. So I have A, B, and C. So if I shade C, all this, the circle C, then that means this one I've drawn is what is C. Because I shade only the C circle. Now, let's go to what we have to do. We have to draw A prime. To draw A prime, now for A prime I could just draw only A, that's one subset, or I draw AB, 2 subsets, or I draw ABC. Either any one you are drawing, you're still going to get the same thing. Now if I want to draw A prime, just A, single set, that means just single, just A, no B, no C, no AB, which is 2 or 3, ABC, just A. Now if this is A, like I told you while we are doing the number Venn diagram, if you are drawing just A, it means that you are going to remove A from the universal. You are going to shade everything. So this is A I've drawn before. If I remove this A, what is remaining? Just the outside. Just outside. That's what I'm going to shade. I'm not going to shade this inside because if I shade this, that means it's going to be part of it. So since A is the whole of this circle, A prime will be everything outside A. So that's that. So A union B, A union C. I mean B union C, that's the second one I'm supposed to draw. B union C. So since it's B union C, I can't draw, I have to draw 3 sets, okay, which involve A, B, and C. So A, B, and C. So this is universal. You must always be universal. So if I draw A union C, I've drawn C before, I've drawn B before. So what does union mean? I'm going to draw